Cambridge is going through a really interesting time where the volume of bike use is significantly increased over the last couple of years, and noticeably increased. And that comes with it a conversation about bikeability, bike versus pedestrian safety, bike versus car safety and accidents, infrastructure, etiquette, all kinds of other things.
I bike as frequently as I can. My rule is that I bike if there's no snow on the ground, it isn't pouring rain, and it's above 40 degrees.
I bike about 10 miles every day to commute to work in Boston. I bike through Cambridge. And then occasionally on the weekends I'll bike for recreation, but mostly for transportation.
While Cambridge has literally won awards for its bikeability, I think we have a long, long way to go.
The 2 times that I've been car doored, I have been biking in a bike lane when it happens.
I've had a lot of really serious collisions in the last 12 years, and I've been very fortunate that I've never broken a bone or hurt myself in that way. I've definitely have destroyed bikes and been doored and flipped over doors, and people are really kind in Cambridge, but the fact is you get doored. The fact is that trucks will drive you off the road when they think that they can turn real fast, and they either weren't looking at you or didn't realize that bikes move at the speed of traffic. You can't just cut off a bike. So there's some cultural stuff that needs help.
I think a lot of the issues with bike lanes is they're either too skinny or people who are not cyclists haven't really gotten used to them being there yet. They're not really aware that there is a danger. So sometimes someone will walk out to get to their car and just kind of step out into a bike lane when I'm 10 feet from them. And that means that either I have the option of hoping there's no car to my left or hitting them.
There are a couple other places in Cambridge where the lanes of traffic will all be together, and there will be a turning lane of car traffic that cuts across a bike lane. And I feel like both drivers and bikers are confused in places like that. Like, I biked into one on my way over here today, where I couldn't keep going straight because I would have been turned into by traffic, but I was following the natural light. So I think in figuring out where they're being placed, being aware of what the car traffic patterns are and what people might be looking for or not looking for in that area, and really carefully planning around that.
The only times I've ever really felt unsafe is when I've given the driver the benefit of the doubt that they're paying attention and they just don't see me. What we can do right now is to, maybe change the public opinion on cyclists, and instead of people being when you go through red lights because they're getting ahead, it's not a competition, but I can't tell you how many times I've been flipped off for literally no reason.
Just because you're on a bike.
Just because I'm on a bike, or yelled at. I had a bottle thrown at me of God knows what was in it, spilled all over my clothes, just for literally no reason. They called me horrible names.
Yeah.
I was just biking up a hill, minding my own business. There's a lot of weird hate there, but it's perpetuated by cyclists who don't obey the rules. My philosophy when I bike down the road is you're the only one paying attention. Everyone else is on the phone, eating something, staring up into space, not paying attention. You're the only one that's paying attention, so you have to be responsible for your own safety.
I think there should be a segment of the driver's exam which involves bike laws. I think just kind of being familiar with bike-related signs and things like lanes that drivers encounter around the city are essential if people are going to be able to cohabitate.
I think that everybody has some hand in the responsibility if they're going to be on the road ever. So it's certainly helpful day to day for cyclists to behave reasonably consistently and for cars to watch out since there's no real risk for them hitting a cyclist.
You're the only one that's going to keep yourself safe.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to be aware of everything that's happening around you. Don't wear headphones when you're riding a bike. Don't start texting when you're stopped at a stoplight. pay attention? You're the one that's responsible for your own safety.
I started wearing this really bright costume, which involves a neon helmet with a flashing light on top, this neon vest. It not only makes you feel solidarity with like crossing guards and construction workers around town, but I've noticed a significant difference in how much clearance vehicles give me when I'm wearing bright colors as opposed to not. The number one thing I also think is wear a helmet. Like, I've cracked helmets in half, but I've never cracked my head in half.
When I bike in Barcelona or New York or some other place that I'm visiting, I see the great lengths that they've gone to over decades to come to where they are now. And in Cambridge, frankly, we're behind. And I think some of the city officials recognize that. I think we all also recognize that there are limited resources and we're trying to do as much as we can. But given the number of bikers and the passion people have for biking, for walking, and for driving, it ought to be at a fever pitch. I think it's very clear that we need a messaging campaign. We need the infrastructural shift that the city is driving. And we need a citywide conversation that is beginning but not really taking off yet. There's a couple things I would say to new bikers. One thing I'd say is start, get your helmet on and get your bike lights on and start biking. There's a lot of safe routes and as you proceed slowly and as you get your bearings. And then the next thing after that is that there's a lot of bike paths that are extremely safe, secluded from traffic. The Minuteman is one. It's really fun to bike in a group and to find biker meetups and biker events. And I would also say to new bikers that it's not really that bad for all that we've been talking about with safety and danger and etiquette. For many new bikers, I think they find great joy in beginning the process.